We need protection for our children. And unfortunately, the system we have as it is failing some of our children, and that's not acceptable.
Quebec is responding to the key recommendation of the Laurent report by creating a commissioner for children's welfare and rights. The independent position will be responsible for monitoring the state of children in Quebec and acting as their spokesperson. Experts say it's about time, but more needs to be done.
Hopefully, the commissaire will be able to make changes, to make inquiries, to be neutral, to act quickly, to have a budget that is big enough so we can make changes. We need to really put our children first. And this is not what is happening.
According to Quebec Youth Protection, almost 1 in 10 young people aged 0 to 17 were subject of a call to youth protection. Attorney Valerie Assouline has worked with families of children who have died at the hands of the system and says a lot has to change.
I believe that there's a lot of parents that need help. They don't get the help when they need, and then they end up at the DYP. And that's unfortunate, because if these families would be helped instead of being judged, then maybe we would be with less children into the system.
One of the new commissioner's missions will be to analyze and report annually on the well-being of Quebec's children, producing opinions and recommendations. They will have to gather testimonies on an ongoing basis and report them.
I have many cases where I have sleepless nights. I'm worried about some children. We have to wait months before being heard by a judge, and unfortunately, it's not going as fast as we want, and there is still children that we may fail to help. It's really sad.
The Laurent Commission and its recommendations came after the tragic death of a 7-year-old in Granby, Quebec in 2019. She died at the hands of her father and stepmother, who had been followed by Youth Protection Services. A year later, 6-year-old Maëlie from Montreal was stabbed to death by her mother. Both families suing Youth Protection Services for negligence, failing to keep their children safe.
When you have so much power, you must have the responsibility that goes with that. And we cannot always have dramas like that and say, well, nobody's responsible. It's a system.
In Montreal, Brittany Henriques, City News.